Oh no. Hey, we live, man. We live on location, man. Khan. Hey, Shalom Akim. Shalom,
Shalom,
Shalom.
shalom.
This your brother Tazama the Bar coming back through the spirit and power Yahweh Wah Yahweh Shai. And through the spirit, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Dash.
Yahweh bless me.
Double honor to our apostle elders, great millstone rule well. Peace and salutation, all the Akim pushing this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, Shalom. And through the spirit, like you see the lesson, brace for impact. And reason why I titled this that brace for impact is the various things that you see and taking place here in the society, as far as coming down the pipe, as far as a lot of things that the people are not aware of, as far as coming, the things that are about to take place here, and as far as the circumcision concerning the men of the Lord, concerning concerning the various new things that they're about to put in place, as far as year 2023. So, hey, you got to brace yourself for impact, man, because at the end of the day, a lot of things is about to come down the pipe that's about to affect you and your day-to-day living, man. And through the spirit,
Mm-hmm.
man, brother, go ahead. Can you grab that article for me, Barbara Shaw?
Okay. This article reads Biden forms task force to fight anti Semitism. And it reads The Biden administration announced Monday a new interagency group charged with developing a national strategy to combat anti Semitism amid a rising tide of vitriolic rhetoric spewed by high profile public figures.
Hey, come on, and so they're basically saying that with the interagency, that's talking about different forms of agency, man. So that's them talking about
Mhm.
Project Megiddo, with them having the CIA, FBI, all these COINTELPRO, all these guys that set up that's monitoring the men of the Lord, man. Which as far as your Southern Poverty Law Center, them demonizing us, calling us a hate group, and all we're doing is coming out of the Bible. That's Esau Edom about to set the snares and the trap for the men of the Lord, man. And he says
Mhm.
spewing rhetoric, man. And that's them setting up Kanye West and Kyrie Irving to basically try to demonize his word. But at the end of the day, it's doing nothing but tearing down Esau on his own strongholds, man. Because when we see he try to demonize us, he's making himself look bad, because he's on his the whole campaign of trying to smear the men of the Lord, but which is actually making himself look bad, man. You got the ADL going on Breakfast Club and trying to spew their rhetoric, but at the same time, it's doing nothing but filling more fuel to the fire for this ministry, man. Which is doing what, helping gather the elected Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. Can you read a little more on it?
Okay. It reads The big picture. The formation of this new group comes on the heels of calls to crack down on hate crimes and anti Semitic violence across the U.S., with several lawmakers denouncing links to white nationalists and Holocaust deniers.
Kind, and that's them also trying to demonize. Because when you go into Project Megiddo and talk about white nationalists, Esau has to do what he has to demonize himself, so he can gradually try to put us in a box and categorize us, man. Real
Mhm.
quick, let's go into this word to categorize, and this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his Mashiach. For the accuser of our brother is cast down. And who's the accuser of our brother? Esau Edom. He's trying to line up this slander campaign to try to demonize us in the eyes of the public, and he's using his media platform and put us as the bad guys, knowing he's the one behind the scenes, just like in a yellow brick road, that's creating all this
Mhm.
chaos, man. He says, could accuse of our brother, which accused them before Yahweh day and night, man. Let's look at this accuser. This is the characteristics of the so-called white man. And it says, bear with me. Let's turn this up. Let's let everybody hear it. Strong's G 2723. Categareo. Categareo. Categareo, which is in the Greek, which is to basically like to categorize somebody. It says before a judge to make a accusation, and that's what this guy is doing. He's setting up the false narrative to try to demonize us in the eyes of these people, so he's justified to coming down upon us, man. And let's read down, and it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the lamb and by the word of their testimony, and that's speaking on the men of the Lord having the testimony of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, the blood of the Lamb. And it says, and they love not their lives unto death, because we're putting our lives on as a living, as a sacrifice for Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, man. And it said they love not their lives unto death, because when we understand that this is not living, this is why we're sacrificing our bodies for Yahweh Shemel Shai. And this is why Esau Edom so afraid, because he see this is he understand that the men of the Lord know this is a spiritual warfare that's taking place. Verse 12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and for the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. And that's devil. Let's look that word up, devil, here in the Strong's, in the coordinates of the blue letter. And it says, because this devil knows his time is short, so he's coming with the slur, he's coming with the slander, the demonization to make us look bad. And it goes back to the Latin word diablos, which diablos means deceiver, and it says to prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely. And this is the same thing that you're seeing Esau Edom doing right now against the men of the Lord. He's going to accuse us falsely in front of everybody, man. He's going to put us up on your CNN, your NBC, your Channel 9 News, all these various platforms that he's controlling. He's going to try to demonize us and justify him coming down with great wrath upon us, man, because he know that his time is short, man. And it says, let's jump down. It says, metaphorically applied to a man who by opposing the cause of God, by he may side to act a part of the devil or side with him. Is that not the so-called white man? His characteristics speaks for itself. This is exactly what this devil's doing. This is why he's coming with Biden forms task force to fight anti-sin, man. He's coming with a task force to try to combat this word, man. But as the scriptures say, you can do nothing against the truth before the truth. You trying to combat this word is doing nothing but putting more fuel on the fire and actually helping us put forward our cause, man. That's all you're seeing that just you're really doing. You're actually helping forward the cause of Yahweh Shema Shai. As the scriptures goes in Proverbs 21:1, man's goings are the ways of the Lord. How can he understand his own way? So your goings and your doings is actually the Most High. No, that's the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, Salaki. But hey, but the same thing. You're still doing what the Lord commanded you to do, because your time is short. Esau even know that his time is short. So that's why we're saying brace for impact, because a lot of things is about to be shaken up in these various coming weeks to come here in Babylon the Great, man. Especially concerning the brothers within the circumcision of the of this ministry. Can you grab me Isaiah 29 and verse 21, Baba Kushar?
Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 21. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and
that's
turn
what you see.
aside. Mm-hmm.
And that's what you see. It said, and that make a man an offender for the word and lay a snare for him that reprove in the gate. And that's what you see he's doing, man. He's coming with a task force because all we're doing is rebuke him in his demonic society, man. He's coming with a task force because we're calling him out for all the atrocities that he's been doing for to the Negro, Latino, Native Americans for centuries. We're calling him out for all the blasphemy, all the things he's doing to the Heavenly Father and the Son and the angels and the Israelites, man. And he's getting mad about that, man. He wants to accuse us and try to put us as the cause of all the things that's happening in the earth, man. This is how you know that Esau Edom is the so-called white man. You read it again, Baba Shah.
God. Isaiah 29 and 21. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught.
And that's what you see. Turn aside the just for a thing of naught. They look at our cause as pointless, man. That's how you know the Most High is about to really do something to this devil, man, because he don't understand that this is the will of Yahweh Bashim El Shai. And then you 2/3 niggas that's falling to the snare of Esau Edom, you're gonna get thrust through, man, because you believing on this damn devil, which is gonna get you put to death, man. The scripture say don't hand join the hand and wicked shall not go unpunished. You trusting in this devil, thinking that your help benefiting his cause is really gonna be detrimental to your salvation. Because you gotta understand, the Most High set this devil up for a period of time to rule and deceive the nations, man, and what to punish us for our transgressions and then wake us up in the last days to acknowledge our offense. But only elect of the nation of Israel will wake up and acknowledge their offense with truth and sincerity and a contrite heart and repent, man. But the 2/3 will want to stay upon this wicked ass system. Because you can clearly see that when it came to Kanye West and Kyrie Irving, you seen the 2/3 niggas in their rhetoric, and they was spitting on their own people. Esau Edom ain't even have to really say nothing. It was mainly Jake that was slandering his own people, man. Showing you how demonic and wicked our own people are when it comes to this word, man. When it comes to doing righteous, you see how demonic and wicked our people are because they fully embedded and bought into this system, man. And if you have anything, brothers, bring it out.
Well, if I may say, just land backing off what you were saying, our people are, fully invested in the propaganda that Esau has, pushed on them, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that we're in the midst of a spiritual war, Esau is using the same wartime propaganda tactics that they've used throughout history, in these times, man. So that's how they're coming against the word. They're going to demonize the prophets. They're going to demonize the message. And we already see the majority of people have already started to lean towards Esau's way, man.
Yep.
And if I
You're right,
could
bro.
get this article real quick, just a quick paragraph. It says, this is off of America History or historians.org, and it reads, propaganda in wartime must seek to demoralize enemy morale. A primary objective of propaganda aimed at the enemy nation is to break down their will to fight. It seeks to lower the enemy's will to resist, and it does this in several ways. One is to picture the military success on the propagandist side. Another is to picture the armed might and economic power that the enemy has to face. Another is to picture the moral superiority of the cause against the enemy that it is fighting. And that's where we're in right now. They're trying to put themselves in a moral superiority level, man. They're saying, what we're saying is the right thing, man. What we're saying is superior, in morality to what these people are talking about, man. They're coming against the truth, by pushing these lies forward, man. It continues on and says, it is a part of a nation's strategic plan to intimidate enemy leaders, to separate them from their people, and to break down resistance by producing evidence that the mass of the enemy people have been deceived and misled. So that's what's going on through Esau's tactics, man. This task force that Biden is, putting together all these things, ADL, all these people are pushing forward this propaganda, to ultimately try to scare Jake away from the truth, man.
Yep. Yep. Kind. Real quick, this for you, bro. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get advantage of at least Satan should get advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Yep. We're not ignorant of his devices, man. As brothers say, man, they always go left, man. We have everything they do is always the same. They use the same plays over and over again, man. So all we
Yep.
have to do is be circumspect in these situations and understand, what these devils are planning to do, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, we've been given the eye salve to understand these things, man, in order to avoid them and to tell others to avoid them, man.
Mm-hmm. Kind. Real quick, this is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 6. For the vile person will speak vehemently, in his heart will he work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. And this is what you're seeing with Esau Edom, man. This is why he's coming with this slander campaign, so he can try to hush up the men of the Lord on the highways and hedges, so he can try to hurry up and get us off these social media platforms and this internet, man. So he can cause what? He can cause a drink of the thirsty to fail, so Jake won't get the real 100% truth according to this word, man. Because this is living waters according to the scriptures, man. And he knows that. This is why he's trying to cause a drink of the thirsty to fail. He's trying to hinder the men of the Lord to preaching this word. He's trying to make it where it's impossible where you can get the truth. And that's why he's setting up these other camps that's coming with their false narratives and things like that. And he wants you to follow IUIC, ISBK, GOCC, even with Sakari now. They're saying the damn fucking Louis Farrakhan is the leader of black people. But at the end of the day, he's right. Like I said at camp, he is the leader of black people. Black people, you got to understand, black is a vote of light. We're coming to the Lord. When he comes back for the Hebrew Israelites. He's not coming back for black people and Hispanic people and Latin people. He coming back for the 12 patriarchs of the nation of Israel, the elect, and 144,000 and 1/3. He's not coming back for black. He's not coming back for bywords. So yes, he was right, but that show you that these guys are compromised and bought and paid for, man, and that the Most High is really not dealing with these guys, because as you read in John the 10th chapter, they're coming up another way, man. So you have to do what you got to mark these guys, man. You got to mark these guys and understand that, hey, be not equally low with unbelievers, man, because these guys are truly not believing on the word and the testimony of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. And through the Spirit, I'm gonna jump into another article. All right, shalom to the brother on the comment board, man. Shalom. This is it says this is another thing that he's coming with. It says anti-C-hips are the latest group of awful people we now have to worry about, man. So the people that don't want to take the charagma are awful people that Esau Edom said that you got to worry about, man. He said that the people that don't want to get down and take the charagma are awful people, man. Real quick, let me get it. Bear with me, because I wanted to put it on the screen. So he said, that's what he's talking about. He said, anti-C-hips are the latest group of awful people we now have to worry about. So now he's coming with the demonization of the men of the Lord, because while the true men of the Lord are talking about the C-hip, Revelation 13 and 16, what they're gradually ushering in. Last week, December the 13th, they're ushered in what? The CBDC, man. The central bank and the digital currency that they ushered in, man. A lot of people not aware of this, because a lot of people are in their folly. They're ushering in this wicked ass holiday, Christmas and shit like that. They're not understand what these bankers are really about to do. It's gonna come one day. You're gonna wake up and all your banking, your assets are gonna be frozen. And then what you're gonna do, you have to depend on the government, man. This is why we keep telling our people, now is a high time to wake up out of sleep and separate yourself for the fashion of this world. And it says, as if these troubling times haven't already encumbered us with enough challenges. They're paranoid, don't believe in science. Many have white supremacist tendencies, man. So Esau Edom, now he's putting that science up as it is God. Can you get that one in Timothy? That one in Timothy when he says, you know what I'm talking about? Let me see. I'll probably find it real quick. It is in Timothy 6 and 20, Balkashah. I'm gonna read that again. It says their paranoia don't believe in science. Many have white supremacy tendencies. So they're trying to say white supremacy. When you hear that word white supremacy, you're already thinking about extremists, radical extremists, because that's them trying to categorize us and put us in a box, man. With that Project Megiddo, Rex 84, all these various legislation that they've been having on the books for years, man. You got that for me, bro?
Yeah. It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called.
Opposition to science falsely so called. And that's what you see with this white man pseudoscience. All this shit that he's pushing out is not accurate. It's based off hypotheses and theories and myths, which is what guess. All them is words for educated guesses, man. That's how he bases his so-called science. Why? Because this is what he's coming with. He's coming with the technocracy, which is what the rule of these fucking fake ass scientists as BG and all these pseudosciences with the big pharma. All these various things that they're coming with down the pipe, they're coming with to lean as their new idol, which is Charagma, man. That new idol is coming down the pipe, man. And it says, most importantly, they want you to know that the C-hip implants are very damper scary. And it says they're anti-C-hips, and they're got literally dozens more brain cells than your average anti-Vs. So what's the deal? So they're coming with the pseudoscience and the C-hip. All this is tied together. All of it's tied together, man. Because the juice packet got the technology in it that leads with the C-hip, man. All these various things that this devil's doing. That's why he said, what? Oh, Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings, opposition of science, falsely so called. As you got to understand, this guy, he's the devil, man. Let me. Can you get me Job 13:4, Bob Bashar? And it says the Crown Royal P has the world's most brilliant minds scrambling to find treatments and bees and ways to improve public health going forward, man. Even though we know that was a big ass scam. That was a big ass scam to try to cover up the collapse of this society, man. And that's what you see he's coming with. So he's coming with the rhetoric with this bullshit because at the same time he wants to combine all this together. And let's go down because it says the anti-sim origin of the anti-C So now if you don't agree with the charagma, you're anti-sim. But I thought Esau was a real the real Judite. What the hell that got to do with being the charagma, man? Showing that he's starting to manifest himself. It says the anti-sim origin of the anti-C's, the C. Why are you putting these in two categories, man? Showing that he's about to unveil himself, man. It says when you explain the undercurrent of the C-hip movement, one offer realization towers above all others. The anti-sim is of fasting as a root of this evil. So now they're trying to demonize if you don't believe in taking something and inserting it in your body part, man, which leads up to Revelation 13:16. They're saying you're anti-sin. Come on, man. That's not it. That's not even against the Bible. That's against the Bible, man. You're going away off Esau. Can you give me that Joel 13:4?
This is the book of Job, chapter 13 and verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
You are forgers of lies, man. This is nothing but blasphemy that this devil's doing, man. He's trying to line the damn C hip up with Bible prophecy, man. And the Most High condemns you if you get that shit. Now he's saying if you don't get it, you against the Lord. That's damn demonic, man. Esau is a master trickery, man. This already says in Revelation 20:3, he'll go out and deceive the nations for a period of time, man. He's deceiving the hell out of these damn people, man, to believing that if you don't get the Quran, you're anti-sin, man. That's against the scriptures, man. Hey, can you read that Job again?
Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
You are all physicians of no value. As a physician, you meant to cure people, and this is her old man system. He's treating you, man, so you can constantly go back. As a brother priest, I'm a one. I always say these doctors say a patient healed is money lost, as they say, man. A cured patient is money lost, and that's what this devil's doing. He's setting you up. He'll constantly have to upgrade your ass consistently up to his damn system. Technocracy, man. They say the Internet of Things. They want to have a digital. They want to have a digital world, man. A digital new world order, as they say, man. Everybody be goddamn fucking what was it, cyborgs and shit, man. That's what this devil's trying to do, man. And it goes in more on the ADL and things like that, but I'm not gonna keep going on that. I'm gonna just get to another prophecy that's taking place. Can you give me Isaiah 4? If you got something, brother, bring it out too.
If I could just land back off that article, then connecting the charagma with so-called anti-Semitism is, basically, as the phrase says, a hit dog is gonna bark. They see that everything that they're doing is being called out and found out, man. But they're also, exposing themselves, man.
Yep.
In the level of them being so defensive about this, they're exposing themselves to be, the people that we're telling the people that they are, man, the wicked, man.
Yeah.
And if I could just grab this real quick, Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So they put this article out, in defense mode. They threw the rock and now they're trying to hide their hand, man. But we see them, for what they truly are, man. They're saying, and look, nobody brought this out, right? Nobody was connecting the charagma to the so-called Jews, man.
Nah.
Nobody was making that connection until they brought it up, man. So they're just putting, it's all the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Hashai at the end of the day, causing these devils to expose themselves, man. But that's what's going on through these articles, man.
Yep. He's looking bad out here, man. He's looking terrible, man. Nobody even was thinking of that. Now, if you don't believe in putting something, inserting something in you, you're anti-sin, man. Showing that you're revealing yourself in the last days, man, of who being the devil. As we read, as you go in Second Thessalonians, the second chapter, now you're revealing who you are. You are Esau, Edom. You are the
Mm-hmm.
chief house of Amalek, man, or the chief house of Edom, which is Amalek, man. I'm gonna grab this real quick, brief article, and this is off USA Today. So, brothers, prepare yourself. It says, "Big mess is days away. Major winter storms to bring snow travel headaches, man." So they're saying that a big weather storm is coming down the pipe, man. They said something big is coming towards the U.S. as far as weather, and we seen that last year, man. People was freezing to death on the highway and shit like that, man. People froze to death on the highway in their cars and shit. The Texas grid didn't uphold. So you best believe these devils have something coming down the pipe. That's why they call it what, the black winter, the dark winter, with code words and buzzwords that Biden was putting in as him and damn Trump was going back and forth as far as they campaign debate and shit. These devils, they play on words, man. They like to play on to manipulate the minds of the people, man. So you best believe something big is coming down the way, and it makes sense, man, because you got to understand they just set up the CBDC, so all they do is have to freeze your assets. What better way is to freeze your assets with a total blackout? With a total blackout and cyber attacks, what they've been talking about, cyber attacks and blackouts, and freeze your assets and say, hey, we got the CBDC, this digital currency. Hey, everybody has to get down and play ball with this, and that's what they're gradually going to do. Because you already see a lot of people over there in the across the pond in London, and they're freezing, they're burning furniture and shit like that. You got alternative media speaking on that, which is not being spoke about in your so-called media outlets in America, and that's going to come here too, man. Because with them hitting that pipeline over there, the Nord Stream pipeline, that's going to affect Americans as well. A lot of people don't understand that, man. You got fuel shortages that's taking place. So if you have a total blackout, what you think is going to happen to fuel shortages, man? It's going to really increase, man. As far as people not getting to the be able to get to the store and get the supplies and things they need, you're going to see all hell break loose, man. And we've been telling you for years that this devil has something big coming down the pipe, but you people, you didn't want to take heed to what the men of the Lord was saying, man. Real quick, this is Isaiah. It's Isaiah 45 in verse 7. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. All these things is just seeing coming down the pipe. Is the Lord that's doing that, man. He said, I form the light and create darkness. The Lord is going to bring the darkness upon the earth, even though he's using Esau, Edom to bring forth the destruction. As you go in Proverbs 16:4, man, the wicked was created for the day of evil. He's setting him up for the ultimate judgment, man. Because when his lights go out, when it start to freeze, you're going to see a lot of people dropping dead, man. He said, I make peace and create evil. The Most High is bringing the evil upon this place, man. Evil means bad times, man. He said, I, the Lord, do all these things. So the Lord is in control of all these various things that you're seeing taking place around the world and even here in Babylon the Great, man. Because he's going to bring forth utter destruction upon this wicked-ass society for all the abominations and the wickedness that's been upheld in this land, man. The Most High has a controversy with the habits of this land as you go in Hosea, the 4th chapter, man. You got something, bro?
God. This is Proverbs 16 and verse 11. It reads, a just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work. So everything good and bad belongs to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. It's all his will, man. Scriptures talk about how he's a just power, man. So he's gonna operate on both sides, man. He controls all these things, man. And if I could, because you titled the lesson, brace for impact, man. And I got this definition to brace oneself, and it says to physically or mentally prepare oneself for something, typically something that is imminent, in an attempt to limit any adverse impact. Right. So, it's imminent, man. All these things are going to come to pass, man. Scriptures talk about the Lord's word will not return unto him void, man. So all these things, as the brother brought out, man, all the plagues and pestilences, man, all the various calamities that are going to befall Babylon the Great, they're going to happen, man. And you have to spiritually brace yourself, man. Ephesians 6 chapter talks about putting on the whole armor of the Most High, man. So that's why we do these video epistles, man. That's why we push so hard, so diligently on the highways and byways, in order to spiritually brace ourselves as well as get the the hopeful elect out here to brace themselves, man.
God, scripture say be make ready. This is Second Ezra chapter 5, verse 1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens means what? The signs, the prophecies, the what you see and taking place right now. It says, behold, the days shall come that they shall dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and that time is coming soon, man. A lot of people are gonna be dying, man, especially with this charagma, especially with these adverse effects of these of the super Kool-Aid pack that a lot of people took. A lot of people are dropping dead right now, but more are going to start dropping dead. It says the way of truth should be hid, and that's what you're about to see. The task force that they're coming with, trying to get us out the highways and hedges, get us off these various social media platforms and the internet. The way of truth is going to be hidden. It's going to be a famine of the word, man. That's why we keep saying, man, it's now high time to wake up out of sleep and get right, Jake. And it says, and the land shall be bearing the faith, because the land's going to be bearing the faith, because faith is a gift, and that gift wasn't given to all Israel, man, because the Lord's only dealing with the nation of Israel, and that faith wasn't given to all Israel. It's only given to the elected nation of Israel. And how you get that faith? Faith come by hearing the word and taking heed. And all Israel's not doing that. They're doing what they want to, man. And this is why you see that faith is going to be burned in these last days, man. You're going to see people dropping dead, losing their goddamn mind because they don't have no stability. They ain't had no faith in the Lord. Verse 2, it said, but iniquity shall be increased above all. It said, above that which is now that seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. In the land that thou seest now to have root shall see wasted suddenly, man. And that's what you're gonna see, man. All your neighborhoods and all where you stay, they're gonna be wasted suddenly, man. Because as you say, man, hey, a lot of people gonna be dropping dead on their own goddamn block, man. A lot of people ain't gonna make it out their block, man. I think it was a movie called Bushwick or something like that, when it was like basically kind of like a martial law about to take place, man. It was kind of like a dog eat dog world out there. I forgot the name of the wrestler that was on there. Bushwick, yeah, it was called Bushwick. And hell, it was straight anarchy out there, man. People barely making it out their block, getting their ass goddamn took out by them damn troops, man. Troops sitting on the roof sniping people's heads and shit like that. That's coming to a neighborhood near you, man. A lot of people ain't gonna make it out their goddamn neighborhood. And what you do after that, after they do shit like that, and you see the troops out there and the people fighting amongst each other, then actually you're gonna see the ones that made it out of that, and they're gonna ask gonna be getting grabbed up and put in these re-education centers, man. Well, we that understand that's about to take place, we have to understand that this is the will of the Lord, and we have to pray that the Most High have mercy on us, understand that the times we're approaching, man. That's why we title it a brace for impact, man, because a lot of things that you see is about to start to affect you in your day-to-day life very, very soon, man. The shit about to hit the fan quicker than you think, Jake. You bullshitting around is gonna get your ass goddamn killed out here, man. Because the Lord is the one that's gonna be doing what He's creating the evil and the good. He's the one that's gonna be putting death angels out there to send them hits on your ass, put your ass to death, man. So with that, man, hey, you got anything else? I close it out, bro.
Oh, yeah, that was it, man.
Kind, man. Hey, like we said, you see the title, man. Brace for impact, man. A lot of things is coming down the pipe, and a lot of you Jakes is out here just bullshit playing around, man. Hey, you better get right, man, because Most High is not playing. But we always say, man, he's only dealing with the elect in the nation of Israel. Only elected will take heed to what the prophets are saying and return and repent and pray the Lord have mercy on them, man. Concerning the times and season we living in, man. We see Creepy Joe coming with the demonization, with the and also coming with the C hit very quick, man. So brothers have to be circumspect and be on your P's and Q's, understanding the times and season we're living in, man. Hey, look, 400, 360 degrees around, because this devil's about to come with great force upon this earth, man, because he know he has with a short time, man. So with that, Apparatus our Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the spirit. And I'm going to close it out by saying, Call hello La, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakudash. Double honors to my apostles, the elders, great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation, all the Akim pushing this truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Kram Yasharala and a Bob.
Bob. Shalom.